one thing that we are doing is that we are now first approach is to enrich the app that we already have, right. So, see this app when we started YONO, it was targeted at the retail customer, right. So, first focus was give them these 3 services, that is your basic the banking services, the financial superstore and the online marketplace. These services we give them first, and now we are trying to enrich it, right. Like for example, I can start with a basic housing loan service. What is that service? You can make an application for an housing loan. But now think of how I can enrich it. I can also say during your journey, do you want me to suggest a house to you? You are wanting to buy a flat, right? And depending upon your location, I can suggest, because I have a tie-up with a number of builders, right? So, I can suggest you that these are the builders with whom I have a tie-up, right? So, you might want to explore a house or a flat in these buildings, right? Because that makes your journey of taking the loan easier. So, that could be the next thing that I can do in that, right? I can go one step further. I can give you a virtual tour, because you can say that, okay, you are showing me 10 properties. I don't have time for going to all those 10 properties, right? So, I can, in the app itself, I can give you a virtual tour of the properties, and there I can go and have more advanced technology uses, such as I can use AR and VR, right? Where I can give you an experience of actually visiting the flat or that building without having to step out of your room, right? So, those are all things that is how we will evolve it. So, what we are doing is we want always to be ahead of the curve, right. So, all the features that you will see in our apps, these are features which not only meet your basic needs, but then they also keep you ahead of the competition, right. So, that is the strategy that we have at this point in time. Second is enrichment, right. So, how much enriched features can I give you out of my app? And the third is that ultimately, as I said, the bank must be seen to be a caring organization, right. So, the more and more features I enable for you, right, the less need that is there for you to visit a branch, right, and be able to do everything from the comfort of your home. Say for example, if you are a newly married person, right, and you are planning to start a family, right, that is the right time when you should think about having an insurance for yourself, right. Now, if I make a life insurance offer to you at that stage of your life, you would feel happy that look, here's an organization, you know, which has made a good offer to me, which is of benefit to me and my family. They care about me, right. So, you see, finally, we want to evolve not merely into a financial services company, but a caring company, right. A company, you know, which actually not only takes care of the needs of the organization, but is involved in the life journey of its customers, right, and becomes a part of their life journey. So, you know, you do not feel that there is any difference between you and the bank, right. Bank is just a part of me, you know, and it takes care of me at every stage of my life, right. So, that is how we finally wish to, like for example, I will just give you a very simple example. You go to the airport, right. That is the right time when I should pop up a message to you. Seems you are traveling. Would you like to have a travel insurance? Now, you would think, hey, I didn't even think of having a travel insurance, right? Oh, I missed out on taking a travel insurance, right? Oh, thank God you reminded me that I should take a travel insurance. That's caring, you know, and that is where we should finally position ourselves into. Because basic banking is something which everybody will offer, right? But a caring banking is something, you know, which we should finally be looking into and offering to our customers. So, we have a open API model, right. So, we have a platform on which people can register themselves and use our APIs to experiment with and to develop products using those APIs, right. So, that is a platform that is already available. Currently, we expose only synthetic APIs because the need for connecting it to the testing systems or the sandbox within the organization, that need has not arisen so far. This is a nascent technology for the country as a whole, right, because there are not too many banks in the country also which have an open API platform, but we have made a beginning as far as open APIs are concerned. Can we make use of blockchain in these type of transactions, right, where let us say a seller of bank who is banking with bank X, he originates a transaction, the buyer is of bank Y, he is going to accept it, right, and then the financing happens either at the buyer bank ends or at the seller bank ends, and this happens with a much higher degree of trust than it is happening today because of the use of blockchain, because of the immutability of the transaction. But see, for this to happen, we believe that it cannot really happen in a completely unpermissioned way. I mean, typically if you look at the DLT, that is a distributed ledger technology, it is supposed to be it is a decentralized technology, right. But we believe that as far as financial transactions are concerned, these might not happen in a completely trustless way, right, because here the trust comes not from the technology system, but the trust comes from the institution, right. Okay, no matter how good a technology is offered, you won't just go and keep your $1 million in that bank, right, because just because it has a good technology, you will keep it only if you trust that institution, right. So, similarly, since banking is a trust based service, perhaps we will have to form some sort of a consortium of banks or have some sort of an arrangement among the banks, where this kind of technology is adopted by, if not all, at least most of the major players in the Indian banking space, right. So, some thinking on these lines is happening, right, and there are thoughts of forming some consortium, there are thoughts of forming maybe some company, for the purpose of furthering blockchain usage among the banks. But as I said that this is something which is an evolving technology, and maybe in the next 1 year you might see some tangible progress on the ground.